your camera set up?
Yep, I got picture.
Okay, so I need another HDMI cable for your camera. I got a long one. If you want to start talking, you're good to go. I got you.
Testing, testing. Well, hello there. Welcome to Mahalik Thompson Stadium here in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania at the University of Slippery Rock for tonight's District 10 championship game featuring your Hickory Hornets and the Sharon Tigers. I would recount all the hurdles we had to clear to get to this point, but somehow David Gill got it done, and we have video. We're squeezed a little bit. We're sharing space with the camera for 96.7 FM WPIC, Bob Greenberg and Mark Slazak. And, of course, WKBN is broadcasting this as the game of the week. And they took pretty much every available electrical outlet that exists in the press box for Slippery Rock Mahalik Thompson Stadium. So it's been quite a struggle to get things going. So the Hornets at 10-1 face the Tigers at 11-1 once again for the District 10 championship. The Tigers are led by Ike Friday, their dynamic running back, who has 1,569 yards this year. Their quarterback, Ethan Englemore, has completed 60% of his passes for 1,500 yards. So they can throw the ball, they can run the ball. They have a very stout defense. You have two of the best offenses in District 10, as well as two of the best defenses in District 10 with two losses between them. Sharon won the coin flip, and they will be the home team on the scoreboard. Now the Star Spangled Banner. Well, at least I thought they were going to start the Star Spangled Banner. Yes, they are. So we'll be back with you in a minute to bring the District 10 Championship AAA football game. So the normally spacious, David, are we on your camera microphone?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
There we go. Nope. There I am. Hello. My name's Mike Joanno. I've been bringing you this stream for about 9.5 years. And today's my birthday, so we're looking for the Hornets to bring me a birthday victory in this District 10 championship action. Hornets in all white White helmets, white shirts, white pants. The Tigers in their black helmets, black pants, black jerseys. So shouldn't be hard to distinguish between the two. No lights up here for us, so I'm not sure how well I'll be able to quickly recount for Sharon, who's making the plays. Deep to receive the kickoff. Jamal Calhoun and Kelvin Morrison. And who's kicking off? '21. Well, now I got to put my reading glasses on. Zavon Wilbon Venable. It should be Julian Richards. I think it is 24, not 21. And they're going to kick it towards Calhoun, who takes it up the right side and gets tripped up at the 28-yard line. Tackle made. Gafir Lampkins. And the Hornets will start 1st and 10. So if you guys, I got Larry Garm and Chad Scott helping me spot in this little box. David Gill of First Take Video Productions on the camera. Working out of the shotgun. Tellez brings Morrison up alongside. He's going to run. He bounces it to the right side, and he'll be tackled there. And they got the name wrong already. Brody Miller and Bryson Roberson on the stop after a gain of 5. Hornets used a jumbo package and ran it at the Tigers the last time they played, but coach has been switching it up a lot. They'll put a man in motion. Rolling out to his left is Tellez, and he drops the ball. And it's going to be picked up by the Tigers. And the first mistake has been made, and it was made by the senior quarterback for the Hornets, Xander Tellez. Ball came out of his hands, and Sharon gets plumb field position at the Hornet 22-yard line. So the stout Hornet defense giving up only 3.9 yards a play. And I believe teams, according to Professor Ryan Briggs, you go to professorbriggs.com, only 16 out of 70 third downs have been converted against the Hornets this year. They're going to hand it off to Friday. He bounces it out, makes a move, but he'll be tripped up there. Christian Dungy and Xander Tellez, a gain of 2. Got a misty rain here, so the field's a little wet. Looks like the turf is a little, I was on it earlier, not as thick as the new turf at Hickory. Working out of the shotgun is Englemore. And there's an official's timeout. No, there was a flag. They're going to call against Sharon, false start, and that'll move him back to the 25 and make it 2nd and 13. Rakeem Hughes, the receiver, out to the left, along with Carmez Norris. Friday, the running back. Englemore in the shotgun. He gives it to him. No. Keeps it. No. That was Friday with the ball, and he bangs his way down near the 21. Ja'Kai King, Ben Walls, Christian Dungy, and Xander Tellez. So he was swarmed as he got to the 22, and it brings up 3rd and 10. Be a huge momentum swing if the Hornets can stop them. 3rd and long is a good sign for them. 3 receivers tight to the left, 1 receiver out to the right is Syleem Smith. Working out of the shotgun is Englemore. They're going to give it on a counter and hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll fight forward, but Ben Walls and Luke Lewis riding him like a surfboard to the ground as he got to the 18. Brings up 4th and 6. And I don't know if they can kick the field goal. It looks like they're going to try. And that is, I believe, Julian Richards setting up for the 35-yard kick. The holder is Englemore. Don't forget that. Snaps a little high. Englemore gets it down. The kick's on its way. And the kick is good. So Sharon, unable to get the touchdown, does pick up 3 points off the turnover, and it could have been a lot worse. So I won't say they fully dodged the bullet, but the bullet winged them. The Hornet marching band will be performing at halftime. The way the District 10 playoffs work, and similarly the PIAA playoffs, the team that's considered the home team wears the dark jerseys and their band performs pregame. And they also perform the Star Spangled Banner. The visiting band will perform at halftime. So we have Jamal Calhoun, Calvin Morrison deep. But don't forget our up men, who are Christian Dungy and Jaden Phillips. Any one of those 4 can take it to the house on any play. Richards' kick heads towards Calhoun again at the 20. He's cutting back to the right, a little more room to move. He gets out to the 35 and be tackled there. And Terrian White with the tackle for the Tigers. So the Hornets will start at their own 35-yard line. Oh, you put that down? Okay. And they'll come out, 3 receivers, 2 here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Morrison, the running back. Looks like, is that Borowitz at tight end? That's Borowitz at tight end. And they give it, no, keeps it, finds a little room, gets about 4. He'll be tacked by Bryson Roberson. And it'll bring up 2nd and 6. Tellez on the keeper. He's been doing good with that. I've had trouble keeping track of who has the ball. So did the Tigers. 3 of them went to Morrison, and Tellez just cut it up right inside. They'll come out, 2 receivers out to the right. Houston and Phillips. 1 to the left. Bromley. 1 back alongside Tellez, and Morrison gets it, and he's hit immediately by Roberson. Logan Perks in there as well, so they're going to say no gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. I didn't know Slippery Rock put a video scoreboard in. That's nice, too. So we get video here by courtesy of the Slippery Rock Rocket, or no, What is the Slippery Rock mascot, the university? I'm not sure I ever figured that out. And now a timeout, Hickory. So Coach Dungy wants to talk about this 3rd and 6. Both defenses have been stingy all year. So last year's game, it was 7-6 going into the second half, and the Hornets scored a touchdown to pretty much create an insurmountable lead. The Slippery Rock Rockies, well, Rockies, the mascot, it's a lion. But I don't know that they're the Slippery Rock Lions. I think they're just Slippery Rock. And they got Rocky the Lion. Speaking of Rocky, I guess we got a big pugilistic event tonight with, what's the guy's name? Logan Paul against Mighty Mike Tyson. Haven't watched a good fight in forever. 2 out to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back alongside Tellez. They'll put Borowitz in motion. They get him to jump. Yes, they got him to jump, and it was a late call. And so that'll be a free 5 for the Hornets. And instead of 3rd and 6, it's 3rd and 1, and it creates a lot more opportunity. And Dante Evans, they're going with 2 tight ends here, Evans and Borowitz in the game. Evans is going to split wide left along with Phillips, 2-by-2 set up. They're trying to spread him out, and they get him to jump again. Clayton Nealon? No, that has to be Brody Miller. He's 55, Brody Miller. So that's a free first down for the Hornets. And they'll have the ball at their own 49-yard line. 2-by-2 set up again. 1 back is Morrison. They don't jump that time. Houston and Borowitz to the right. Evans and Phillips to the left. 2 tight ends in the slot. He brings Morrison up alongside. He gets the ball. Got a hole, and he drags tacklers inside the 40. He's going to be close to a first down. Perks was holding on to him. I'm going to credit him with the tackle. But that'll be enough for another Hornet first down at the 40-yard line of the Tigers. So they're spreading out, trying to create some running room. And if they get them to start stacking the box, then they'll air it out. 3 down linemen for the Tigers. Same formation for the Hornets, 2-by-2, but they got Morrison playing deep. And now he'll come up alongside Tellez. And he gets the ball. He's hit and dropped. And we're going to credit Avion Brown, and I believe Stone Root was in there as well. So it'll be no gain, 2nd and 10. Bromley comes in for Dante Evans. So they'll have 3 true wide receivers, 1 tight end. Still going with the 2-by-2, but the safety over is only here on the wide side of the field. We got single coverage. They move Brumley in motion. They fake it to him. They give it to Morrison. He dances through the left side of the line, across the 35, and down to the 34, it looks like. Brody Miller on the stop, and there's a man down for the Tigers. Logan Perks was in on that stop as well, gain of 6, but let's see what's going on with the injured Sharon Tiger. And they're checking out his left knee. So with the timeout, we're probably looking at having a TV timeout as well with WKBN's Game of the Week. David, I don't know if it means anything, but I can't hear my left ear.
Yeah, I know, because we have it set up from last week.
Oh, so we we'll adjust that when we have an opportunity. I thought I was hearing both until just a moment ago.
No.
It was in my head is what you're telling me. Well, that's not the first time. And the young man is up and walking out on his own, and that is 56 Stone Root. So we're still making adjustments because we were literally on the fly. How David Gill got this thing to work. He had to drive home. He had to run down to his car twice. We were looking for cords. We couldn't have plugs to plug in. Somehow we got all the video operating. The coaches, boxes, videos working. And I credit that all to David Gill. And we'll get my headphones figured out later. We got two out to the left, tight to the right, two backs alongside Tellez. They fake it. He's rolling to his side. He's got a lot of room to run. He's over the 30. He's got a nice block at the 20, and he's down inside the 15. But they put a flag on Phillips at the 20-yard line. That looked like a good block. Tackle was made on that play by Carmez Norris, but they're going to move him back from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be holding. I have nothing.
Is that the wrong one?
Yep. Play still results in a first down. So they'll place the ball right at the, I'm still only one. Right at the 30. And another fresh set of downs. The call was on Phillips. It looked like a good block to me, but I'm a homer. So Phillips is wide out to the right. Borowitz in the slot. Evans tight to the left. Two tight ends set up with two backs. They give it to Calhoun. He's got room. A nice cut at the 25. Spins as he gets to the 10. And I'm going to credit Bishop Root with the tackle, but that'll be another first down. Not the 10, the 19. He's inside the 20. That's what they have down as number one. Rakeem Hughes. Root's injured, isn't he? Yeah, Root's injured. I don't have my reading glasses on, so I'm going to make some mistakes. Two out to the left. Again, they're running out to the left. Nice cut and tries to get outside. Makes it inside the 10. They're going to throw another flag on Phillips. Kelvin Morrison was inside the 5. They're going to call hold at the 15 on Jaden Phillips. It looks like his hands are inside. I don't know what else he's supposed to do. You're allowed to have your hands inside. They go out, you're in trouble. Your hands inside, you're all right. So that'll be from the spot of the foul to move it back to the 25. They overstepped it off. Well, they're going to put it at the 26. So it'll be 1st and 16. Hornets looking to keep the drive alive. Phillips and Borowitz to the right. Evans tight to the left. Again, two backs are Calhoun and Morrison flanking Xander Tellez. Now they'll put Morrison in motion. He's got room. Tucks it and runs. Ooh, he gets bashed by Brody Miller as he gets down to around the 23. And 50 was on the low end there. That's Josiah Houston. So he'll pick up 4, and it'll be 2nd and 13. I got one.
Yeah. It's the cord then.
We'll try. Oh, there I am.
It's the cord.
Oh, it's not plugged all the way in, or? There you go. In motion is Morrison. Back to pass Tellez. Over the middle into coverage. Incomplete. That was triple coverage on Jaden Phillips. Yeah, that's a lot better. As I said, we're stumbling out of the gate, but we're moving forward. So 3rd and 13. Hornets trail 3-0 as we get down to 3:32 to go in the first quarter of play. Is that Maynard in there out to the right? And a timeout, Hickory. They burn their second, but they're down near the red zone, so they don't want to waste an opportunity. So Bobby Maynard was in there as a receiver. I don't know if they're in field goal range now, so you're looking at it at, if you can't get the first, get as much as you can, and then you've got a choice between trying the field goal or going for it on 4th down. Primarily what they've done in this first quarter is kept the ball away from Sharon, but the fumble gave the Tigers a 3-point opportunity that they took advantage of. Let me see if I can get our stream up while I have a moment so I can see what you guys are looking at. So far, so good. So we dropped the signal down, so it's not as clear, but it shouldn't be as choppy as last week. Trips out to the right, one to the left, Bromley. They're going to hand it off to Morrison. He dances his way inside the 20, and they're moving the pile down near the 15. And a late flag. And hopefully it's not on the Hornets. So the ball was down to the 16. There are 2 flags on the field. From the 16, it becomes around a 33-yard field goal. And we'll wait for referee Joe Lombardo to tell us what the penalty is. Lombardi. So we have offsetting unsportsmanlike conducts, and they'll nullify, but they're post-play, so it's going to be 4th down, and Logan Stanford in to attempt the 32-yard field goal. No, they'll move him back a yard, 33. Will Hosick, the snapper, Xander Tellez, the holder, Logan Stanford, the kicker. Good snap, hold down, kicks up, and the kick is good. So the Hornets now march it down and knot the score at 3 with 3:17 to go in the first quarter of play. And what do you expect? A slugfest. These two teams are going to beat each other up. There's no love loss, as both coaches will tell you. They know each other well. Stay out there. Had beans for dinner? We may be outside, but man, that was rough. So my two favorite teams are in play this weekend. We got the Hornets playing the Tigers and the Pitt Panthers, who've been on a slide, playing the Clemson Tigers. So both of my teams are playing Tigers. We got to come through with a win here and take care of this menagerie. So Logan Stanford set to kick off. It looks like Carmez Norris and Rakeem Hughes deep to receive for the Tigers. They're waiting for him around the 15 to 20 yard line. And he's going to pump it over to the left. I was wondering, he was on the left side of the ball. Norris is going to get it and go out of bounds. I thought, when did he become a left-footed kicker? Yeah, he just kicked that field goal right-footed, and he was on the left side of the ball. And when he approached the ball, instead of kicking it deep, they kicked to a dead area right here by the 20-yard line. You may remember in the first game, Norris took it to the house. 86 yards to start the second half of play. And the difference in the score was 6 points. Okay. Tell her I said thank you. All right, so they have the ball at the 31-yard line. Two receivers out to the left, one to the right. Ike Friday, the back behind Inglemore. He gets the ball, tries the left side and tackled right there. Knifing in Matthew Myers. So a loss of 2. The leading tackler for the Hornets took him right down, got right to his ankles and took him down. Brings up 2nd and 12. Trips to the left, 1 to the right, so no tight end tight. Friday again is the back. And it looks like they moved, or did the Hornets jump? They're going to call that on the Hornets, so that'll give them a free 5 and move the ball out to the 34 and make it 2nd and 7. The hand claps have been very effective here in the first quarter. They're going to spin 2 out to the right this time, nobody to the far side. 2 tight ends, 1 tight to each side of the line of scrimmage. Friday is the back. Down to 4 seconds, so they're going to call timeout. Yes, timeout Sharon. Yes, they call timeout. So both teams are guarding possessions right now, calling 3 of the 6 timeouts in the first quarter of play. Tigers getting their second possession of the night with the score knotted at 3. It's been a while since we played a playoff game here at Slippery Rock Stadium. I believe the last time was when the Hornets played the Greenville Trojans for the District 10 championship, and they prevailed. Hornets, I think, are 9-1 here in District 10 games. So they're going to come out in the same formation, 2 receivers out to the right, 2 tight ends, 1 tight on each side of the line. Inglemore rolls. He's looking to pass. He wants Carmez Norris. He'll dump it off short, and that's Rakeem Hughes out at the 38. So it'll be a gain of 3. We'll give him 4, and it'll be 3rd and 3. They were trying to spring Carmez Norris. He was coming off the 40-yard line and then spun it out to the right and going up the sideline, but Jaden Phillips was right there. No, it wasn't Phillips. It was Calhoun. and they're running an option. They pitch it to Friday. He's got some room to move, and he's going to be dragged down by Jaden Phillips. They went quick that time, and they caught the Hornets a little flat-footed, and that'll get him inside Hornet territory to the 48-yard line. And that's the best offensive play Sharon has run so far tonight. So they went with a little tempo, and it worked. So we got split receivers, and H-back to the left. They'll put a man in motion. Rolling out to his right is Inglemore. He throws it for Morris. He can't hold on at the 46 with Xander Tellez in coverage, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 1:41 to go in the first quarter of play, with the score knotted at 3. So we have Hughes out here to the right, Norris out to the right, nobody on the top side. Bryson Roberson, who is involved in the passing game, tight to the right. They'll give it to Friday. And he bounces off one tackler and spins his way down to around the 43-yard line. Matthew Myers on the stop. I think Chunk Shakur was in there as well. Gain of 5, 3rd and 5. Trips to the left. One back is Friday. Englemore in the shotgun. They adjust their play. Fake the pitch. Englemore keeps it. He's going to be short of the first down. Who was holding on there? Trevor Borowitz would not let go. It looked like Englemore was going to lunge for that first down, and his body didn't move. So it'll be 4th and 2, and there's a player down. And it's for the Tigers, and it's Josiah Houston. Try to see what they're looking at. They're checking a lower body. But he's up, and he'll walk off on his own power. So 4th and 2, I'm assuming they're going to go for it. Clock will start with the official's whistle. So this play will occur in the first quarter of play. You got a big back like Ike Friday. I got to believe they're going to try to use him. They used him as a decoy on the last play, and Borowitz stopped it from becoming a first down. 2 receivers to the right. Tight formation to the left with 2 tight ends. Give it to Friday. Coming in and making the tackle is Xander Tellez. He's going to be wait a minute. How could you step out there? He landed at the 40. The guy on the other side of the field made the call. He got tackled and went down at the 40, and they're giving him the first down. All right. Too close to call from the press box. Look, I'm not hiding anything. I'm a homer. I've never hit it, and I'm not going to hide it now. They may charge me as a national broadcaster, but I'm a Hickory Hornet filmer and broadcaster. Let me get my binoculars on that. He's short. Short by at least half a yard. So the Hornets turn him away on downs. Xander Tellez knifed in there and took out the legs of Ike Friday. And the Hornets will get the ball at their own 39. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter of play with the score knotted at 3. I think it was a generous spot. I don't care. Bromley here towards the near side. 2 receivers out on the top of your picture, Phillips and Houston. Back to pass. They're going to throw it out to Phillips, incomplete, but the defender, Carmez Norris, was there, and then he's talking smack. No, that wasn't Norris, that's Hughes. And the officials have already thrown 2 unsportsmanlike conduct flags. And I believe there's been 5 penalties total so far. Phillips is by himself at the top of the screen. 2 receivers down at the bottom of the screen. Kelvin Morrison, the running back, 2nd and 10. They give it to Morrison. He spins off of one tackler and gets his way out off of Logan Perks to the 42 for a gain of 3. Let's give him, so it'll be 3rd and 7 as we start the second quarter of play. With the score knotted at 3 in the District 10 championship game. I'm going to be announcing the band. I'll take it down there. Thank you. They finally thought to come and ask for my check. But I'm going to do it because I love doing it, and I love bringing it, and it's been a pleasure to do it all these years, and I appreciate that anybody watches the stream. And hopefully you enjoy it. So as we start the second quarter of play, the Hornets are facing a 3rd and 7. Last time they were in this position, they were able to get Sharon to jump twice. I don't think that's going to happen. On that last play, it's the first time I think we saw the jumbo package where they bring the H-back in behind the guards. Chunk Shakur's been doing that for the Hornets this year. Trips to the right of Tellez. Calvin Morrison is the running back. Tellez is back to pass. Gets it out to Morrison. He's got room. He's across the 50. He's down the sideline. He cuts it back at the 20. Calvin Morrison for the Hornet touchdown. Yeah, I'm a homer. What a play by Calvin Morrison, by Coach Dungy. They had the tight end run a curl short. They had the wide out, the flanker, go deep, and that cleared out that spot for Morrison, and he took advantage of it. So Will Hosick will be the snapper, Xander Tellez the holder, as Logan Stanford is set to attempt the extra point with his right foot. Good snap, holds down, kicks up, and the kick is good. So it took them 13 seconds to score in the second quarter, and the first touchdown of the game goes to the Hornets. And they've now opened up a 10-3 lead. Honestly, I don't think Sharon has trailed in a game since the Hickory game. So it's the first time the Tigers have been behind the 8 ball. Truthfully, first time Hickory's trailed when Sharon went up 3-0. But, you know, these are the 2 best teams in District 10 and AAA. Somebody had to trail, yeah. But the fact that they haven't in any of the other games is the interesting point. And it's a shame one of them will be eliminated tonight because they're two of the top 10 teams as ranked in the state. Hughes and Norris are deep to receive the kick, and let's see which side Logan Stanford lines up for to do the kickoff. The dead area he kicked to last time was around the 20, 30-yard line. And he goes to the left side of the ball. And he's going to go right to that dead spot, but Norris is there this time. He comes in, gets it on the run, and he's ridden directly out of bounds. And there's a penalty flag. It was Xander Telez, I think, who made the tackle, but deep into the Hornet bench, and a flag came flying. So I couldn't see what was going on. We'll just have to wait for the call. He was. I could be wrong. Let's see. Can we see it? He's kicking with his right foot. It was either Christian Dungy. So there will be a 15-yard penalty against the Hornets. So instead of the 33, they get it at the 48, and the Tigers are in business. You know, it's an emotional game, District 10 championship, but geez Louise, you got to keep your head on and not keep giving them 15 points or 15 yards. Big Joe Garm in now at nose tackle for the Hornets. Ike Friday behind Englemore. He's back to pass. He gets it out quick. Was that caught? No, I didn't think so. It was intended for Hughes. They tried a quick little screen out to the flanker on the right. Incomplete. And I never know which is flanker, split end. Let's call him the receiver out to the right. I'm not an expert at football. I've learned a little. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Friday is the back behind Englemore. He gets the ball. He gets through the line. He's got a head of steam. He shakes off a tackle. He cuts it back at the 25, and he'll be submarine there. That was Bobby Maynor. So that's a big gain down to the 19-yard line. Holiday Inn Express. So the Tigers get a 15-yard penalty, an incompletion, and a close to a 30-yard carry. 33-yard carry. They're going to pitch it to Friday, and knifing in is Xander Telez, and he's down in the backfield. So that loss will be back to the 23 and brings up 2nd and 14. Perks comes out, and Sileem Smith comes in as a receiver, and he'll split wide right. He is also dangerous. Calhoun gets him. Phillips on Norris. Friday's the back. Roberson is the tight end as an H-back. They give it to Friday. He's hit twice. He gets away and bulls his way down inside the 20-yard line. Oh, and Chunk Shakur was throwing a temper tantrum, and he got a flag for 15 yards. The Hornets have lost their composure. Shakur was certain he was held, and they didn't get the flag, so he was throwing a temper tantrum, and he ran into one of the Sharon players, and that'll be 15 against the Hornets. So this will be the third personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Hornets. And that'll move the ball down to the 11 or 12. No, he was at the 18, all the way down inside the 9. Dante Evans comes in at defensive end, and the Tigers, with great assistance by the Hornets, the 2 personal foul penalties, unsportsmanlike and a personal foul, gives them first and goal. We'll call it the 8. And Coach Dungy is asking for an explanation, but there's no question. He was throwing a temper tantrum, and he bumped into the what did the Sharon player maybe flop a little?
Yeah, he stepped on his foot.
I think there was a bit of a flop. But you know what? If I was out there in a uniform and the guy did that, I'm flopping too. 2 backs this time. Roberson alongside with Friday. Tight formation to the right. They put Norris in motion. Englemore on the bootleg. He's got pressure. He's throwing it in to the end zone. Broken up by Jaden Phillips. The pass was intended for Syleem Smith. Brings up second and goal. So they tried a little misdirection there, and the Hornets kept their composure that time. And a great play by Jaden Phillips. Actually, the whole defense played well. All the receivers were covered up, and they had pressure on the quarterback. I couldn't tell. This time, Friday is the solo back. Their tight formation with their tight ends. Inglemore was looking to hand it to Friday. He wasn't there, but he gets around the end, and he gets blasted by Bobby Maynor as he gets down to the 4. So Inglemore makes a lot out of a broken play, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4. They maybe want targeting. There is no targeting as far as I'm aware, and he didn't use his helmet, and he pushed him out by hitting him in the shoulder. We got 2 receivers out to the left, only 1 defender. What happened? There's a flag. It's clearly against Hickory. Illegal substitution. Is there 12? Are there 12 out there?
They were moving around, but I didn't see any substitutions.
There's 11 there. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. They're going to go tight formation. Give it to Friday over the right side and into the end zone. So the Tigers have got within an extra point of tying this game. 3 penalties on the Hornets, though, greatly aided the drive. Who, Shakur? Well, he's not the only one. Ben Walls has one. In to attempt the extra point is Julian Richards. Good snap. Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:34 to go in the first half of play, the score is knotted at 10. Well, it's one thing to commit the penalties. It's another thing to take advantage of them, and Sharon took advantage of them. Well, they got close to 30 yards in penalties. So I don't know if we're under a TV timeout or not. As we wait for the kickoff. My name is Mike Joanno. My law firm, the Joanno Legal Group, has been sponsoring these broadcasts for the last 9 years. David Gill of First Take Video Productions, he should have his screen down there.
I didn't pay any money.
That's all right. Our spotters tonight, Larry Carr and Chad Scott. Even though they might get booted here soon. I don't know where they went pregame, but don't go back.
Coney Island, I think.
Oh. Morrison, and is that Phillips deep this time? And they pooch it again. Offsides on Sharon. So that'll move them back 5 yards. No, that's Calhoun still deep. So they'll re-kick from the 35. Tomorrow night at Hornet Field, District 10 AA championship game between the Greenville Trojans and the Wilmington Greyhounds will be played, and I get the pleasure of announcing that game. So now there's just one deep with 2 up men, and they're going to kick it deep. This time it goes to Phillips, and he fumbles it into the end zone, which is an automatic touchback. So he boomed it that time, and the Hornets get the ball at the 20-yard line. 9:33, as you can see, to go in the first half of play, and what's been an entertaining and hard-fought football game. Both teams now have a sustained, well, the Hornets have 2 sustained drives. Sharon scored on the only turnover of the game, getting the 3-point field goal right in the beginning of the first quarter. Hornets are going with a tight bunch formation to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Morrison is the running back. They'll move Phillips in motion, and Tellez again has trouble holding the ball. He's thrown it up in the air, and luckily Sebastian Bromley became a defender and slapped it away from Hughes. That could have been a disaster. So twice now, Xander's had trouble with the wet football. And it brings up 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 1 receiver out to the left, tight again to the right with a bunch formation. They'll move Phillips in motion. They pooch it to Phillips. Takes around the left end. He shakes 1 tackler, shakes another, and then gets drilled. And that's Anacavian and a Navian Brown. And I believe Salim Smith. So after all that, gain of 4, 3rd and 6. They're going to say the tackle is out of bounds, so it stops the clock at 9:15. Again, we have a bunch formation to the right, 1 receiver to the left. They'll move Phillips in motion. Back to pass is Tellez. He's got pressure. Rolls out of it. Cuts, runs, throws down the field into nobody. There was nobody there. The only people there was Sharon defenders. And we're going to have our first punt of the night. And Luke Lewis, the nose tackle and center, is the punter for the Hornets. And Sharon looks to get good field position out of this. Carmez, Norris, and Rakeem Hughes are deep to receive the punt. Good snap. Lewis booms it. It's going to come down near the 40-yard line, takes a Sharon bounce, and then gets touched at around the 41-yard line. So Sharon will start 1st and 10 from their own 41. "35-yard punt," which is legit. Hornets did not eat much clock on that possession. And the Tigers are looking to take the lead with their 4th possession of the game. Ike Friday is the back. Hughes and Norris are the receivers, and now there's a whistle. Official stoppage. They're now starting the play clock. They hadn't started the play clock. 2 backs there. I'm assuming one. No, it's not Roberson. It's Perks. They move Morris in motion. Englemore's rolling to his left. He's got room and he slides. And the gain will be out to the 48 of the Hornets. That should be enough for a 1st down. So they've had trouble containing Ethan Englemore in this game. Got a really favorable spot. He started his slide at the 50, but they mark it at the 48. This time they give it to Friday. He tries a spin move, and he'll get a couple yards there. Ben Walls on the tackle. Borowitz there as well. Gain of 1. Second, he's got 1,300 yards passing this year, so he's legit. 2nd and 9. So the right guard got a little bit of a head start there. Right tackle, I don't know if there was a tight end on his other side. And that'll move him back 5. Back into Tiger territory at their own 48. 2nd and 14. But all the Tiger penalties, except for the offsetting one, have been 5 yards. Hornets have a bunch of holds and personal fouls. He didn't go over. Ben Walls flinched but didn't break the line of scrimmage. Down inside 5 seconds on the play clock. They give it to Friday. He's got a seam, and Matthew Myers is there to trip him up with Xander Tellez to finish him off. But he'll pick up 6. So now it's 3rd and 8. Joe Garm was in there. He'll come off. Lewis back in. Or was he in there for Shakur? Third and 8. 2 receivers with a tight end tight to the right. Friday is the back. He's rolling to his left. He pitches it back to Friday, and right there to make the tackle, Xander Tellez. So the loss will be back to the 49-yard line of the Tigers, and it'll be 4th and 13. And it looks like we might have the first punt by the Tigers on the evening. So the defenses have stiffened up a little here in the second quarter after exchanging touchdown drives. Phillips and Morrison deep to receive the punt. Is that Perks in to punt? Logan Perks? High snap, he gets it. And it's a short kick. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. And it's down by the Tigers at the Hornet 43. So that's going to be about a 10-yard punt. No, I thought it was Perks. Or is that 6? So Englemore was the punter. Looked like he was trying to kick it so it wasn't returnable, but I don't think he intended that result. So the Hornets on this exchange of possession pick up 20 yards. They come out with Tellez in the shotgun. Evans is the tight end on the left. They're going to move Morrison to his left. Morrison gets the ball. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage and spins out of that, gets near the 50-yard line. That was all Kelvin Morrison. That was a great run. So we're going to give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. And the Hornets used a very similar philosophy in the first game. They ran it at the Tigers, and they ran it pretty successfully. Two to the right, one to the left. Morris in the back. He's got the ball, bounces it outside, gets around Perks over the 40, and he'll be forced out of bounds by Smith down at the 32 or 33-yard line. He got bumped a little bit late by Salim Smith, and on the Hornet sideline, and the Hornet faithful are screaming bloody murder that there wasn't a flag, but I didn't think that was a penalty. More importantly, the Hornets have a first down at the Tiger 32. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Morrison to the left. Up back is Evans. Same formation. Give it to Morrison. He goes over the left side, down inside the 20, where he's tackled Brody Miller on the stop. But that'll be another first down. They're running right over the left side of that line. Unfortunately, there's a Hornet down. And that's Ben Walls. So they're going to mark the ball at the 18 as the training staff, led by Derek Bodo, tend to Ben Walls out at the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. And we're going to have a media timeout while this occurs. So the winner of this game advances to the PIAA playoffs. Ben's up and walking off to the side. I'll double check. I think Cambria is one of the teams playing. And I think it's District 6 and District 9 play each other to play the winner of District 10. Last year we were in that game. We traveled to Altoona to see the Hornets prevail. That means the game this year should be closer to District 10, and I would not be shocked if it's not here, regardless of who wins the game. And that is the quarterfinals of the PIAA playoffs. So Joe Garm comes in for Ben Walls on the right side of that line. Two receivers to the left this time, one to the right. One back with Tellez. Evans is the up back as a tight end. He goes in motion. They'll give it. No, he keeps it. Goes around the left side. Cuts inside the 10 down to the 5. And he's near the 4-yard line. Tackle from behind, I believe, by Brody Miller. And Logan Perks in on that stop. First and goal for the Hornets. It looks like the 3-yard line. So that short punt gave the Hornets a short field, and now they're trying to take advantage of it. First and goal from the 3. They go with a 3 wide out set. Timeout, Hickory. Coach Dungy didn't like something. And I have no problem taking that time out with 4 minutes to go in the first half when you're first and goal from the 3. I don't know if they'll saddle us with another TV or media timeout, because that applies to radio as well as it does to TV. Bob Greenberg and Mark Slazak covering the game for WPIC 96.7 Sports Radio. And they picked up video. He used to use his little handheld, but he stepped up in class and has a professional videographer here in the booth with us who's been very kind. No, he was here first. He was here first. We're the ones taking up most of the space. So the Hornets have talked it over, looking at first and goal from the 3, trying to retake the lead in this game. So this time there are 2 backs in the backfield. Calhoun and Morrison. Phillips wide to the right. Tight end down, tight to the right, or wide to the left is Phillips. They give it to Morrison, and he's hit and driven back. And that's Ike Friday on the tackle, and he'll lose 2. Brings up second and goal from the 5. You can watch the replay there. Again, 2 backs, 2 tight ends, tight. Give it to Morrison, trying the right side. He got a seam, and Friday drags him down as he gets inside the 5. Looked like he could take it in, but Ike Friday said no. So it'll be third and goal from the 4. 2 plays, we have a net -1. That was just a great tackle. 17 seconds on the play clock. No more timeouts, though, for the Hornets. Down to 10 seconds. 2 receivers to the right. Tellez in the shotgun. He's rolling to his left. He cuts it in, and he's hit by Root, and he's going to be stopped short. Stone Root hits him as we get down near the 2. Is there a flag? There's an official conference. Play clock's running. No, they're resetting the play clock. So they're going to move him back. So it'll be third and goal from the 8, or the 9, excuse me. But the Hornets get another shot at a touchdown. I don't understand. I make them kick. You stop them from scoring. Oh, dead ball foul. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Down to 8 seconds to go in the play clock. Timeout, Sharon. Saw something they didn't like, so they take their second of the half. So with 2:49 to go in the first half, we've got an interesting situation occurring here. Hornets looking at third and goal from the 9. But if it's an illegal formation and you throw the flag, that's supposed to blow the whistle and stop the play. Well, there you go. Thank you. So we have expert up here. So an illegal formation is a live ball foul, so you play the play out. But can you refuse the illegal formation? And they elected to take it and give the Hornets a second chance at third and goal. That's Kennedy Catholic for you. Top, good. He was correct. He was right on top of it. Out of the shotgun. Trips to the left. Tellez back to pass. He's got pressure. He's rolling from the pressure. He's got a receiver in the end zone. And caught by Trevor Borowitz for the Hornet touchdown. Xander Tellez bought time. Trevor Borowitz came all the way over from the left side, kept dragging along with his quarterback. Tellez put it where he could get to it, and he hauls it in to give the Hornets a 6-point lead. Going for the 7th point, Will Hosick, the snapper. Xander Tellez, the holder. And Logan Stanford in to attempt the extra point. Good snap, holds down. Kick is blocked. He never got into it. And I don't think it ever got higher than the line of scrimmage. So that could be big. It's now a 6-point ball game. It just looked like a low kick. Turn around, you could see it. Nope, you're a little late. You guys get about 8 seconds. If you want to see it, turn around. Yeah, that ball never got up in the air. I didn't. Hard to tell if it's the hold or the snap because we're on the back of the holder.
Kevin McCune likes your Kennedy Christian shout out.
So, 2:40 to go in the first half. Sharon still has a timeout. And they'll get the ball here and also to start the second half of play. Stanford is set to kick. Who do they have all the way over there this time? Hughes to the left, Norris to the right. Now, it didn't work as good the second time. And yes, he's kicking from the left side with the right foot. Well, from the right side, and he's booming it down to the 20. Hughes pulls it in there. He comes across the field. There's room. He bounces it outside. Michael Reardon can't get to him. The kicker, Stanford, makes the tackle. You get away with it once, smart. Twice, 3 times they took advantage. And now they're down in Hornet territory with a short field, 2:28 to go in the half, and a timeout. They're going to mark them down at the 24-yard line. Well, he took it to the, you can't kick it to the end zone. That's not his strength. All right, so they move it back to the 29-yard line. So Hughes and Norris go wide to the right. 2 backs alongside well, 1 behind Englemore, 1 alongside. They adjust the play. Give it to Friday, and tripped up, knifing in was Christian Dungy. Took his feet right out from underneath him before he can get that head of steam going. And there'll be no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Hornets lead 16-10 as we near the end of the first half of play. Trips out to the right. Only 2 defenders there right now. 1 back alongside Norris, or alongside Englemore, and he dumps it, almost intercepted, went through the hands of the intended receiver, Ike Friday, but Ben Walls is playing line for a reason. He's not a receiver. He was there. If he would have pulled that in, that would have been a rumbling, bumbling, stumbling run, I tell you. Brings up 3rd and 10 from the 29 for the Tigers. Looks like they're setting up 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're down to 7 seconds. I can't believe they're going to try to get a play off. He's going to have to burn that time out, and yes, he does. So with 1:46 to go, the Tigers are facing 3rd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Their kicker already put through a 33-yard field goal and looked good doing it. And that would cut the lead in half, but this is high school football. You don't know what's going to happen with 1:46 to go in the half. Kevin Reardon, the statistician, has been kindly sending me stats every game, so hopefully when I come back from announcing the marching band halftime, we'll have stats to pass on to you. As usual, we will bring you the marching band show at halftime. The only band performing is the Hickory Hornet Marching Band. I got to go down those dangerous, windy steps to get there. I'm not going to run. Little dicey, little narrow. Central Clarion leading the Farrell Steelers 14-6. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Englemore gets it out and dropped. That was Sileem Smith. So the Farrell's in the WPIL quarterfinals here, and they're losing right now to Central Clarion 14-6. Yeah, PIAA quarterfinal. That's quarterfinals. That doesn't count. There's more teams. They got to play 4 games in the PIAA to get there. Thank you. So Class A or Double A is Double A. Going forward on 4th downs. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back. Englemore's got pressure. He lobs it up in the air. And bringing it down is the receiver, Rakeem Hughes, over Jamal Calhoun. And that gives the Tigers 1st and goal from the 7. You want to knock it down. You certainly don't want to give him a chance to catch it, but hey, he high-pointed the ball. That was all Rakeem Hughes. He had good effort to get that ball. 2 receivers to the right. Tight bunch to the right with the tight end. Hand it to Friday. He's buckled up as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Ben Walls, Chunk Shakur, and Trevor Borowitz. Give him a gain of 1. 2nd and goal from the 6. And the clock is running. No timeouts left for the Tigers. As we get to the 30-second mark in the first half of play. Stacked receivers to the left. Englemore rolling to his right. He's got pressure. Knocked down that time by Jaden Phillips. Pass intended for Rakeem Hughes. Stops the clock with 23 seconds. It'll be 3rd and goal. So the Greenville game is single A, or that would be single A tomorrow. Greenville, Wilmington. 2 receivers again to the left, 1 to the right. 2 backs alongside Englemore. He throws it over the middle. And it's a touchdown for the Tigers. Rakeem Hughes. Jaden Phillips was on the coverage. He did a quick in, and Engelmore put it right on him. So to try to take the lead, Julian Richards in to attempt the extra point. And they got a lineman coming in late, but they reset the clock for him. Good snap. Hold is down. Kick is up and hits the crossbar. It didn't go through. And they don't know. No! That is horrific. That's horrific. And both of the officials didn't agree on it. Only one of them showed the signal. No, it has to go through. So it hit it, and it went to the right. The question is, when it went to the right, did it go in front or behind the left upright? And they're saying it went through. But it landed on the white. So either way, it's good. 17-16. The Tigers have the lead. They get the ball to start the second half. And they're going to kick off here with 18 seconds to go in the first half of play. So I put my binoculars on it. I watched the ball hit the upright, but I couldn't even tell if it went through or not. So I figured they'll squib kick it, and they do. Picked up by, is that Christian Dungy? And he gets corralled at the 37. Or is that Michael Reardon?
Reardon's too.
Reardon. So the Hornets have 13 seconds, and they need 63 yards to take the lead before the end of the first half. Well, you can't say that this game isn't entertaining. Now, will they kneel or will they try to move it down the field? They're just going to go to the halftime with down one, and I agree with that. So we'll be back to bring you the second half of play after the Hickory Hornet Marching Band.
I'll be back.
All right.
Her PA's terrible.
I think it's also partly we're hearing the echo and not the actual speaker, so it sounds even worse.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to.
Tonight we're taking you on a musical journey through time with a mix of classic hits and modern pop anthems. First up to be throwback to the 1990s with one of the biggest hits from R&B boy band Bell. This is Poison. Tonight we change our major rest to a more recent text by Harry Styles. This unforgettable song is quickly become a global hit. This is As It Was. probably one of the most iconic pop stars of all time. This pop from Madonna was one of her biggest hits from 2008. This is 4 minutes.
Testing, testing. Okay, welcome back to Slippery Rock University for the AAA District 10 championship game between the Sharon Tigers and the Hickory Hornets. The score 17-16 on a banked-in extra point by Sharon. And we've been told that it absolutely did go behind the upright and was a good extra point. So here are some stats, and this is kind of what I was expecting. Hornets, 105 yards rushing, 91 yards passing for 176 yards total. Sharon, 95 yards rushing, 26 yards passing for 121 yards total. Hornets had 7 penalties for 56 yards. Sharon 5 for 25. 1 turnover belongs to the Hornets. Individual stats for Hickory. Xander Tellez is 3 for 7 for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns with a long of 58. Jaden Phillips, 1 reception for 4. Trevor Borowitz, 1 reception for 9 and a touchdown. And Kelvin Morrison, 1 reception for 58 yards and a touchdown. Morrison has 11 carries for 66 yards. Tellez 5 for 15. And Calhoun 2 for 12. So those are your first half stats from Kevin Reardon, the statistician for the Hickory Hornets. The difference in the game, if you've been watching, you'll know, was the missed extra point by Hickory, which would have put them up 7 points. And then Sharon mounted a late drive with a big 4th and 9 conversion on the long bomb to Rakeem Hughes. And then he pulled in the pass on 3rd down from the, I believe it was 7-yard line for the what turned out to be the go-ahead, well, the tying score. The go-ahead score was the bank shot extra point. And here we are, 17-16. Everything you would want out of a District 10 championship game except the Hornets trail by 1. Sharon gets the ball to start the second half. The Hornets have used a unique kickoff for their 3 kickoffs so far, with their right-footed kicker lining up to the right of the ball instead of the left of the ball and kicking it towards the 20-yard line. First time it worked. Second time they tackled him after a more of a gain with a 15-yard penalty tacked onto it. And then the third time, Hughes took it almost to the house. He was dragged down at the 29-yard line of the Tigers. So we're going to get ready for the second half of play, and hopefully it's as entertaining as the first half was. Already more offense in this game than there was in the first game between these two teams at Hickory in September. The Farrell Steelers are getting beaten at home 28-6. That score is courtesy of Bob Greenberg and Mark Slazak at WPIC AM and 790 and 96.7 Sports Radio FM. Hornets will be moving left to right on your screen. And I want to thank my wife who sent me the, I don't know if it was Wikipedia, but it is Slippery Rock, and their mascot is Rocky. And I asked the announcer downstairs, and he said that was a recent change, and he doesn't know why. It is 34-6 Central Clarion over Farrell. They're doing that same kick. This time it's short and fumbled. It's on the turf. It's still fumbled, and it looks like Calvin Morrison gets it for the Hornets, and they get the ball on the turnover at the 31-yard line of the Tigers. Wow. I mean, wow. I've never seen that kickoff before. Well, he didn't kick it far enough for Hughes to get it. I think that was the intention all along, is to keep it short. That last one, he boomed it. So, wow. Hornets, 1st and 10. Tigers, 31. So each team has turned over the first possession of the half when they were the receiving team. 2 running backs alongside Tellez. He gives it to Morrison, who's taking the left side. He's got room, bounces it out, and dragged down as he gets inside the 20. And that's Terrian White with the tackle, but that'll be a first down. See where they place the ball. They're going to put it right on the 20. I thought he was inside, but he went out of bounds before I think he was tackled. So, 1st and 10 at the 20. Hornets looking to capitalize on the turnover, hopefully with a touchdown. Calhoun and Morrison's are the back. 2 receivers to the right are Phillips and Borowitz. Gives it to Calhoun, and he's hit and dragged back as he got to the line of scrimmage. Ike Friday on the stop. No gain. 2nd and 10. Hornets have had success running the ball. 2 receivers split, 1 on each side. 2 backs again with Tellez in the call it a power pistol. Gives it to Morrison. He cuts it up at the 20. He's inside the 10, lowers his shoulder. I thought he was around the 9 or 8. They're going to mark him out at the 8-yard line. And another first down for the Hornets, 1st and goal from the 8. I did not see who pushed him out. Again, it looks like it was Terrian White. They're going to give him at the 8. Is that the 8? 7. They gave him the 7. This time Morrison's the only back. 2 receivers out to the right. Give it to Morrison up the gut. He's got an aim, and he's into the end zone. So it takes him 4 plays to take advantage of the turnover. And the Hornets have gone ahead 20-17. No, that's not right. 22-17. They are going to kick the extra point. Logan Stanford in to kick. Will Hosick the snapper, Xander Tellez the holder. Good snap, hold down, kicks up, kick is good. So with 10:31 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Hornets have retaken the lead by taking advantage of the turnover on the opening kickoff of the 2nd half, and it took them 4 running plays to put it in the end zone to retake the lead. Neither team has committed a lot of turnovers this year. So they each have 1 in this game. Well, I expect they'll do that same kick. I don't know. Ike Friday is in that spot now where the fumble occurred. I don't know if he was the up back last time. So the unique kickoff has paid dividends, and they're doing it again. Logan Stanford set to kick. He booms it a little more. This time it goes to Hughes. At the 30, he's got a seam. He'll be dragged down by Jamal Calhoun. But Sharon will have the ball at their own 47. Great field position. 1st and 10. So this will count as their first possession because they never really had a possession on the initial kickoff. One receiver to the right, two backs flanking the quarterback. Friday's got a seam, and Phillips drags him down. He's looking for a flag, and there is one. Friday was looking for a face mask. Flag came out late. He couldn't. And it's a penalty against Sharon for offsides. So that'll move them back. Did they show 2? No, they called offsides. So did he signal a face mask? Well, 1st and 10. Let's try it again. So they did call the face mask. I didn't see it. What Jason, timeout. Sharon, they were running out of time, and Jason McElhaney was not happy with, I don't know, the starting of the play clock or his team not getting to the line, but Sharon burns a timeout. So is the signal the same for illegal formation as an illegal fast? But the signal doesn't show a difference. Like they used to do this in the pros. So there you go. 1st and 10. 2 running backs. They give it to Friday. He's trying the left side. And that time he goes over the tackle, the submarining tackle of Bobby Maynor. So it's give him a gain of 6. Oh, 7. So it'll be 2nd and 3. And they're going to go on tempo. They come up quick. Hornets get set. Back to pass. No. Handoff goes to the second back through, and he's down inside the 20. That's Terrian White. And it's down to the 18-yard line. Two running backs again, Friday and White. One receiver to the left, give it to White. He finds the seam. He gets through, and he'll be swarmed under as he gets near the 10. Flag on the play. And it's on that side of the line. So, and the Sharon coaches seem upset, so it looks like it's going to be against Sharon. So another illegal formation. And that'll move them back 5, so that negates the gain and brings up 1st and 15 from the 23-yard line. So Sharon on this drive going with a 2 running back formation with White and Friday. Carmez Norris is the receiver out to the left. They give it to Friday, and he's swallowed up that time. Luke Lewis, Ben Walls, Dante Evans, Matt Myers all met with him at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a couple, so they're going to mark him at the 26. So it's 2nd and 18, loss of 3. Same formation, Norris wide to the left. Engelmore flanked by Friday and White. Give it to White again. He's looking for room. And coming from behind, Trevor Borowitz brings him down. The gain is to the 23 or 22. It'll be 3rd and 15 at the 23-yard line. Sileem Smith in. White out. Perks out. 3 receiver formation. 2 wide to the left. 1 to the right. Sharon's already burned a timeout. They're down to 10 seconds. 1 back is Friday. He might be 2 down territory. Engelmore's got pressure and almost intercepted. Diving in, Christian Dungy. But Trevor Borowitz was bearing down on Engelmore. And Engelmore had to get rid of it. So 4th and 15. They haven't sent the field goal unit on, so I'm going to assume they're going for it. You know, they did that bomb last time and got it. 2 receivers to the left. He throws it out to the left. It's complete. And breaking a tackle, getting down short. It'll be a yard short. They were trying to keep him in front, but you got to make the tackle because he had to get to the 8. He got down to the inside the 10, but it'll turn over on downs with Hornets taking over 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line. So he needed the 8, he got to the 9, needed 15, got 14. So the Hornets will turn away the Tigers on their first true possession of the second half. Hornets lead 23-17. Good time to go on a time-consuming drive. 2 receivers out to the right. 1 back is Morrison. 2 tight ends tight to the left. Tellez keeps it. He's going off the right side. He's got room. He gets over the 25 and tripped up there as he was getting towards the 30-yard line by Jafir Lampkins. But a nice gain. Let's give him 20. Out to the 29-yard line. First down for the Hornets. So you get out of trouble. They were keying on Morrison that time, and he kept the ball because they've been running left, and Tellez saw the opening and took advantage. So the 2 tight ends are tight right, 2 receivers are wide left. Morrison is the back. He'll get the ball this time, and Mike Friday hits him in the backfield, and then Brody Miller tries to take his head off as he gets to the 32. We'll give him a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. No love lost between these teams, and it's very evident. These kids have known each other since Little League. They've played against each other in baseball, basketball, football, pickup ball. They're going to go split receivers this time. Morrison on the left side of Tellez. Myers, one of the tight ends, and Morrison tries the gut, runs right into Ike Friday. And who was at the bottom there? 52. Sean Bullock. But Friday, he ran into a wall when he hit Friday that time. So maybe a gain of 1. Let's give him 2. 3rd and 5. Evans out, Borowitz in. Trips to, nope, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. We're down to 11 seconds. They're going to send Morrison in motion. Back to passes to Les. There's a flag, and he's going to throw the pass incomplete. Flag on the play. Came from, was that the side judge who threw it? On the Hornets? Probably to be denied, too, or declined. Oh, a sideline warning, not a holding. So no penalty. It'll bring up 4th and 5. It's a warning. Now, if they get 2 warnings, that becomes a penalty?
There won't be another warning. Next one will be unsportsmanlike.
Sportsmanlike. So Luke Lewis into punt. Carmez Norris and Jafir Lampkins deep to receive. They got pressure, but he gets the punt off. A pretty good punt. Fair catch made by Carmez Norris, just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 29, and the Tigers will have 1st and 10. 23-17, 4:51 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. The Hornets hold the lead, and we're going to have a media timeout. It's a good time for me to take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. I'm allowed to drink it. I'm giving him a free commercial. But I'm limited to, well, normally 1 a day. It's my birthday. This is my 2nd Dr. Pepper today. Down to no more than 1 a day. You know, the triglyceride levels are up, the glucose, got to stop that. I cut it out. Even though Halloween was a bad time for this, there's no doubt. Not enough trick-or-treaters in the Pill Hill area that had a little candy left over. Don't want the dog to get into the chocolate. It's bad for the dog. All right, they're going to bring out 2 receivers to the right. They got 1 wide to the left, 1 back this time alongside Englemore, behind Englemore is Ike Friday. And Friday has it, and he runs over Dungy, and he gets an assist from Matt Myers. They're going to mark him at the 32, gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Two receivers right, 1 left, same formation. Friday behind Englemore. Roberson is the tight end. He's tight to the left side of the line. Give it to Friday. No, Englemore's got it. He's trying the outside. He's going to juke, but not that. Forced out of bounds by Kristen Dungy and Xander Tellez. Tellez hit him close to being a little late, but he was still running. So 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. Englemore's been very successful running with the football. This time they'll put trips out to the left, one of which is the tight end Perks. One back again is Friday, and he has the ball. He hit and forces his way forward. That was all effort by Ike Friday. Borowitz, Myers, and Evans were all on him, but he willed himself to a first down, and the ball's out to the 41, and a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. And the clock continues to run as we get down under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Trips left. Two tight end set. Friday is the back. They're going to move Norris in motion. Pitch pass to Morris. Great tackle by Christian Dungy. Short gain, maybe 1 or 2. It'll be 2nd and 9. So the pitch pass to Carmez Norris, but Christian Dungy makes the tackle. Dante Evans goes up. Big Joe Garm in, so we're going with a stout line. See if they go 4 down. Still 3 down. Give it to Friday. Lewis chasing him from behind. He slipped through that. And the scrum, they're just letting it go. And they move the pile out to the 47-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4. And Central Clarion running away from the Farrell Steelers, 41-6. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Englemore's trying to keep it. He bounces it outside, and he has to just slide down. Ben Walls. Oh, a late flag. Oh. He got up and ran away happy. This is. So they had him stopped, and they give him a first down. The Hornets have been their own worst enemy tonight. So instead of at the 40, well, wait a minute. The ball was at the 41. How does it go to the 44? It should be to the 46. Am I correct? From the 41, 9. That's right. They got it. They got it. 44-yard line of the Hornets, fresh set of downs. Back to pass, Englemore. He's got a receiver over the middle, and Norris has it. Down to the 17 or 18-yard line. Tackled by Bobby Maynor. Yep. Penalties have been, the Hornets, as I said, have been their own worst enemy. So, first down at the 17. 2 receivers out to the right. Englemore's got Friday behind him. Friday has the ball. He's got a hole, and he breaks through. He's racing towards the end zone, and he's in. Flag on the play. And I don't know what it's for. It looks like it's a post. George Snyder was. It's a post-play flag. Dead ball foul, other way saying it. I honestly didn't see anything that occurred down there that would justify a flag. But either way, it occurred. And so now to try to take the lead, Julian Richards in to attempt the extra point with Englemore, the holder. And another flag. And offsides against Hickory. That's 3 straight penalties against the Hornets. And they all came from the same direction. But it looks like they're still going to try the extra point. Now, does the personal foul go on the kickoff? So they'll be kicking off from the 50. Who knows? They might do a squib kick. High snap. He gets it down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Sharon retakes the lead 24-23 with 1:25 on a drive, again fueled quite substantially by Hornet penalties, significant penalties. I don't know what the personal foul was here, but for jumping up and down, or
He was sliding and then he dove around the line.
so he hit him on the snide, a late jump on. So the Hornets have been their own worst enemy. So they're going to kick off from the 45. I think that an onside kick is a legitimate possibility. He's going to just kick it out of the end zone. So now the Hornets will start 1st and 10 from their own 20, 1:25 to go in the third quarter of play, and they trail by a missed extra point. Is there another media timeout here? Does not appear so. So 2 receivers out to the right. Tight ends tight on either side of the line of scrimmage. Nope, just to the left. Morrison's the running back. Tellez keeps it. He's got a big hole up the middle, and he's going to get out over the 30 to around the 32. Carmez Norris with the tackle. They're going to mark him at the 34. First down for the Hornets. Two of the best teams in the state going at it, and that's what I think we're seeing. 2 receivers to the right, tight formation to the left. They give it to Morrison this time. Going for the edge. He makes a move, makes a bounce out at the 40, and gets inside Tiger territory before he's cut down by Jafir Lampkins. And that'll be a first down at the Tiger 45. Great run by Calvin Morrison. You're allowed to, if you keep your hands here, to have your hands on the jersey. It's when you go out here or get behind them that they're going to call it. 2 receivers to the right, man in motion. Tellez is keeping it. He's hit and tries to spin forward, but he's dragged backwards. Brody Miller on the stop, and that will be the last play of the third quarter. Give him a gain of 1, And we're going to head to the fourth quarter of play with the score. Sharon 24, Hickory 23. All right, we're down to 12 minutes of football. And the Sharon Tigers and the Hickory Hornets are separated by 1 point. Xander Telez working out of the shotgun. He's got two receivers out to his right. Tight formation to the left with two tight ends. They'll move Evans in motion. Gives it to Morrison up the gut. Tries to bounce it outside. He gives ground. And there's a late flag. See what the penalty is. Personal foul, face mask on Sharon. So that'll give the Hornets a first down, and it's the first major penalty against Sharon in the football game. So Hornets have a fresh set of downs at the 31-yard line of the Tigers, looking to retake the lead in this seesaw battle. Neither team is led by more than one score throughout the game. Morrison switches to the right side of Telez, gets the ball, bounces outside, knifes up as he looks for a hole to get one or two. Logan Perks was the first guy there, so he'll get a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Remember, Perks is a big first baseman in their Little League team. I remember. Two receivers out to the left. Morrison on the left of Telez this time. Telez keeps it, bounces it outside. He can't get away from Friday, who will force him out of bounds near the 29-yard line. So he lost, or no gain. Let's make it no gain. 3rd and 8. Two down territory, so you got the whole playbook available to you. And you have Kelvin Morrison, who can score on any play. Jaden Phillips hasn't made his mark yet this game. Telez back to pass. He's got a little pressure. He's going down the line. Phillips was going for it, but I think it's intercepted by Rakeem Hughes. So he undercut the throw, and Hughes comes up with it back at the 2-yard line, and the Hornets are turned away. And the second turnover by the Hornets tonight gives the ball, Sharon the ball at the 2-yard line. See if the defense can hold stout and get the ball back in good field position. They were trying to go to Jaden Phillips. The ball was slightly underthrown, and Hughes was right in position, slid down and got the interception. Phillips was the intended receiver. One receiver out to the right is Hughes. Englemore up, and they jump, but it's a 1-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 11. Any penalty would be half the distance at this point, wouldn't it? Correct. Not a lot of room to maneuver, though. Working out of a shotgun, they give it to Friday. He's hit at the line and will fall forward. Ja'Kai King was there, along with Trevor Borowitz and Matthew Myers. So short gain, give him 2. It'll be 2nd and 9. And that's all he was trying to do, is get us away from the end zone. Working out of the shotgun, Englemore gives it to Friday. He's got a little room. Borowitz is riding him down, but I think he's going to be near the first. He's going to have it. So they got some breathing room out at the 13. That'll move the chains. 41-6, Farrell loses to Central Clarion, and they're out on the first round of the PIAA playoffs. Same formation. I expect we're going to see a heavy dose of Friday, and there he is, and he's got room. He's got a lot of room. He's down the sideline, and he'll be chased down by Jamal Calhoun inside Hornet territory. And Sharon starting to move the ball against the Hornets more effectively. Ike Friday showing speed and power on that. So they got first down at the Hornet 49-yard line. We're down to 8:53 with the Tigers up by 1. Tigers have 2 timeouts, the Hornets 3. Englemore pitches it to the second back, and he's being dragged down by Borowitz at the 45-yard line. That's Terry and White. Give him a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. And this is why Coach Dungy wanted to play those other games, so that they would know what it's like to go through 4 quarters. Sharon's not going to rush their plays in now. The clock is their friend with a 1-point lead. They have the ball in Hornet territory, 2nd and 6. Or make it, 2nd and 6. White hit from behind by Matthew Myers and brought down for a loss. That'll go back to the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7. They mark them all the way back to the 47-yard line. Still going to call it 3rd and 7. Sharon gonna eat as much clock as they can. One receiver at the top of your screen. Two backs, two tight ends, one back, two tight ends. They give it to White. And he breaks free, and he's outside the 30, picks up a block inside the 20, down to the 10, and he's into the end zone. Terrian White. And the lead is 7, with the extra point to come. It's still a one-score game, a two-point conversion to tie. Julian Richards in to attempt the extra point. 6:57 to go in the ball game. Good snap, holds down, kicks up, and it looks good from here, and it is good. So Sharon now leads the Hornets 31-23. .657 to go. Hornets have 3 timeouts. Sharon has 2. Plenty of time for lots to happen. Hornets have had success moving the ball, mostly on the ground. They have not. The one long pass was a short pass to Morrison that he took to the house. And then you had the pass to Borowitz in the end zone. But the Hornets have been mostly a ground attack in this game. Calhoun and Morrison deep to receive. And the up men are Dungy and Phillips. Let's see what they do on the kickoff. They're going to pooch it down, and Dungy picks it up at the 24. Reverses field. As he gets a block, he's got a little bit of a chance. Oh, and horse collar tackle at the 35. So you're going to add 15 to that, and that'll give the Hornets the ball out at the 50-yard line. Didn't grab the horse collar? Oh, they're calling a face mask. Well, I thought it was a horse collar. So that'll give the Hornets the ball out at their own 49-yard line. Yeah, it was not a clean tackle by any stretch. 2 backs alongside Tellez. They give it to Calhoun around the right side. He's going to be hit and dropped at around the 48-yard line. Bryson Roberson, and Navion Brown. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. This game's far from over. One receiver split on each side. 2 backs, Calhoun and Morrison. They give it to Calhoun again. He bounces outside and rides a wave of Tigers inside the 45 down to the 44. Brody Miller on the stop, along with Carmez Norris. They're going to mark him right at the 45, so it'll be 3rd and 4. definitely 2-down territory. Going with the 2-back set, 2 receivers. They give it to Morrison. He's got a seam. And he's going to fight his way inside the 40-yard line down to the 39. Terrian White on the tackle, but that is enough for a first down. So the Hornets keep the drive going. Down to 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Hornets need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie the score. I have yet to ever see a high school overtime game. I'm not even sure I know the rules. Morrison reverses field. That's a face mask. He gets tackled by Logan Perks. They're going to give him forward progress down to the 38, so it'll gain of 1. Looked like his head spun around. I could be wrong. Nope, no face mask. He's fine. 2nd and 9. Hornets in no hurry. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left. One back this time is Kelvin Morrison. Tellez back to pass. Over the middle, and it's short of the intended target. There were 2 receivers there, and they brought the defenders in on the play. And the ball fell between them. Who was the intended receiver? Trevor Borowitz, I think. 3rd and 9. That stops the clock at 4:04. Khalil Houston in. And we'll go with a 4 receivers set. Still have Kelvin Morrison, 2-down territory. Tellez back to pass. He's got some pressure. He's backing up. He's going to unload. There's a receiver there. Jaden Phillips pulls it in and down to the 11-yard line. Rakeem Hughes brings him down, but not till he gets to the 11-yard line. So they can get a first down at the 1. What a ball game. Morrison still the back. Borowitz in as the tight end. Bromley and Phillips are the receivers. Tellez keeps it. He spins off 1 and gets down to the 2. And that's Rakeem Hughes with the stop. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 2-yard line. So 1 yard for a first, 2 yards for a touchdown. As the clock gets to 3 minutes to go in the ball game, Hornets trail by 8. Morrison, the running back. He's on the left of Tellez. They're adjusting the play. Tellez is hit by his own man, but still falls into the end zone for the touchdown. So Hickory now trails 31-29, and obviously 2-point conversion. Ball's placed at the 3. .240 to go in the ball game. Sharon has 2 timeouts. Hickory has 3. They need this to tie the game. Phillips to the right. Myers is the running back. Now they shuffle. Myers is still the running back. Trips to the left. Hickory called timeout.
We were down to 2 seconds.
So that was an unusual formation. Matthew Myers was the running back. It's, yeah, 31-29. 31-29. So Morrison was lined up, tight formation was a tight end, and Myers was the running back. And they fixed the scoreboard to accurately reflect the score at 31-29. Hickory needs a 2-point conversion to knot up the score at 31. And what you expected from these two teams. Neither one was going to bowl the other over. It was going to be a slugfest. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the overtime rules, they start at the 10-yard line, correct?
Yep, both teams get an opportunity.
And then they keep going until one wins?
So someone scores, right?
Well, no, they each get a shot. Do they have to go for two? So now they're going with a full house backfield. Evans and Borowitz flanking Telez, Morrison the running back. They move Evans in motion. Telez is keeping it. He's not going to get there. He was short by a yard. So 2:40, game's not over. It's a 2-point game. 2:40, but they burn that time out, and that hurts. So do you onside kick or do you kick it deep? My preference is to kick it deep. But right now the difference is the 99-yard drive after the interception. And that's what championship teams do. They drive it 99 yards to take a lead. Oh, the Hornets penalties have, well, that wasn't a penalty-aided drive. The one before was when they had them stopped for it would have been 4th and 11, and they got a first down on the personal foul. The 99-yard drive came after the interception, and Ike Friday, big run, and Terry and White, 2 big runs. So it looks like they're going to do an onside because he's standing on the correct side of the ball. Yep, he's on the correct side of the ball.
Yep, and going at an angle.
Logan Stanford bounces the onside kick, and it's covered quickly by the Tigers. Rakeem Hughes. So Sharon has the ball at the 49-yard line. Should be a heavy dose of Ike Friday and Terry and White, but you never know.
Could be a fumble. Fumble, right?
They need at least 1 or 2 first downs to milk the clock, I would think. And don't go out of bounds. Friday is the only back. He gets the ball and gets maybe a yard. Timeout, Hornets. Ben Walls at the bottom of the pile. 2nd and 9. The Hornets now are down to 1 timeout. Would really like not to have to have called that timeout on the 2-point conversion, but, you know, You needed the 2 points. So I don't expect them to do anything flashy, but touchdown puts it away. So the Hornets have to be careful not letting a running back break through. Touchdown and an extra point makes it 2 scores, yes. 2-point ball game. The Tigers lead 31-29. Ike Friday is the only back in there with Englemore. Englemore's been a good runner so far tonight. But Friday's been the horse who's got him there throughout the season. And he gets the ball. He tries to bounce it outside and not there. Jakai King and Bobby Maynor there. So that's the last timeout the Hornets have. They're going to say no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9, 2:25 to go in the ball game. So a running play, even if he doesn't get the first down, is going to click off 50 seconds. So you're going to be down just a little over minute 30, minute 40. Minute 35, say. See what Coach McElhaney draws up. I don't expect anything extraordinary. You don't want to stop the clock. And you don't want to fumble. So 3rd and 9. The Hornet defense must hold here. And see if the Tigers punt, if they are able to hold. Again, Friday is the back. They're going to pitch it to him. He gets around the first tackler, and he's going to be pushed back by a host of Hornets. Don't do it, Ben. So they're going to start the 40-second clock. They haven't started it yet, so they'll get down to around the 2:20 mark. Ball's at the 47-yard line. 4th and 5. Make it 6. They're going to milk this 40 seconds. I don't think they will. Better do a better punt than he did the last time. Will the Hornets rush the punt? Yeah, they're going to take the clock. They're down to 2-1 time. So minute 31. And see what Sharon chooses to do. Are they going to, if you draw them off sides, you don't get a first down. So if you come under center, you're not going to get a first down. But your quarterback is your punter, so he could drop back and do a quick kick. But it looks like they brought the punt team out. So the Hornets are going to get one more shot with 1:31 to go, and you have Kelvin Morrison. Anything is possible. Again, my name's Mike Joanno. We've been bringing you these broadcasts through the Joanno Legal Group. David Gill of First Take Video Productions on the camera and the feed and essential. Couldn't have done this without David. Larry Garm, my spotter. Englemore deep to punt. The Hornets have Phillips deep to receive, but not real deep. High snap. He gets it off, and he gets it over Phillips' head. No, he pulls it in at the 13. Reverses field. He's got a little bit of room to run. He gets across the 30. He's over the 35. And he's going to be near the 40-yard line. And a minute 17 to go. No flags. An unusual occurrence. So the ball's at the 38-yard line. They need 3 points. But you got to get down to at least the 20. Sebastian Bromley in at one end. Khalil Houston. Jaden Phillips, Trevor Borowitz. Calvin Morrison, the running back. Xander Tellez in the shotgun. Back to pass. Quick out. Phillips doesn't get out of bounds. So you got to go fast. You needed him to get out of. Oh, and they roll the ball away. That's unacceptable. Down to a minute. Back to pass is Tellez. Throws over the middle and caught by Houston. He's down to around the 40. Clock will stop until they move the chains. No, they're saying Sharon's calling timeout. Ball looks like it's being placed at the 37-yard line. He caught it. That's an absolute catch. And Sharon gave him a timeout. They just gave Hickory their last timeout. I don't understand that. There is no challenge in high school. I don't understand. So, Hickory's got the ball at the 37-yard line. 51 seconds to go. 2 receivers on each side of the line. Morrison is the running back. Tellez. He's got pressure coming from his side. Steps up. He dumps it off, incomplete, looking for Borowitz. Stops the clock, 47 seconds to go. They need at least 17 in my mind to have a chance at a field goal. This is very reminiscent of the Sharon Hickory game. Hickory was driving late in the game for a chance to get a score and couldn't do it. And they get a second chance. Tellez is back. He's going to run. He makes a move. He's got a first down. He's inside the 20, down to the 15, to the 14-yard line. 39 seconds to go. They got to spike the ball. Spike the ball. Spike the ball. Stop the clock at 36 seconds. You still got 3 plays. Field goal wins the game. Xander Tellez picked him up, put him on his back, and carried him down to the 14-yard line. Got wide open at this point. Everything's on the table. 2-by-2 receivers. Calvin Morrison is the running back. Xander Tellez in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's going to run again. He's inside the 10. Down to the 5, almost to the 4. They are not. Yes, they're giving him a first down. Spike the ball. Down to 25 seconds. Spikes the ball with 21. So the Hornets have second and goal from the 4-yard line with 21 seconds. You touchdown. Question is, if you run Morrison and he doesn't get in, do you have enough time to spike the ball?
That kick is into the wind.
Again, 2-by-2 receiver.